Hey everybody, today we're going outside and we're going to be doing something with measuring shadows. So we're going to take this little stick. One of the things you want to do if you're measuring a shadow is you always want to make sure that you have something that will consistently give you the exact same height, so that if you're doing it and it's giving you the exact same height, you can see how the shadow would differ during the day, and you could also see if the shadow would differ if you do it at the same time later. So one of the things that's critical is that you have something that will give you the same height. So I've got this fun little device that I can stick the stick in, and it'll give me the same height all the time. And then we can see if the shadow's changing because of the date, or we can see if the shadow's changing because of the time. Another thing you want to do is you want to be able to have something that you can do direction on. The other thing you can do is if you're measuring shadows at home, is you can actually just make sure you're always measuring in the same spot. Like you can pick a spot where you're going to always measure from, and that's something you can do too. But we're going to make sure ours is pointed north today when we're doing that, and we're going to use that. And then lastly, we're going to use this little thing that's called an altitude tracker. So you're going to have a chance to watch what Mr. Callaghan's doing at the time that it is right now. So right now it's actually at 12:02, and I don't actually have any classes at 12:02. So one of the things you're going to want to do is you're going to want to think, when your period is meeting, is the shadow going to be the same or is it going to be different? Okay, we're also going to take outside with us a way to measure the shadow's length when we're going outside as well. So we're going to follow me outside here, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to come outside like you were a student. If you were coming right now, our whole class would be going outside. So we're going to go ahead and go outside here. Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Mia.
How's it going?
How are we doing?
Good. You guys all right?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. So the students, what they're doing right now is they're coming outside with me too. And I'm just going to pick a spot where we're going to do it every single period. So we're going to go ahead and do it right here. And hopefully we got some serious wind going on here. Here is I got the compass, and the compass, when I set this here, we want this so that the red part of the compass, that the red part of the compass is facing north. Okay? And so right now you can see that that is north, so that's where Dayton is over there, and we've got it. So right here at 12 o'clock, if you're thinking, you know what, Mr. Callaghan, it seems like 12 o'clock is when the shadow is probably going to be a little bit shorter. So what we're doing, if you're my class, is we're marking that, and what we're doing is we're putting today's date on it. So today, by the way, is before spring break, by the way. And oops, I just kind of marked that a little off. So let's redo that. There we go. So actually, if I push that down, sorry, that was a little bit weird. I'll go ahead and do that a little bit more there. So we can see right now that the shadow right now is going, here's north, there's west. So the shadow is not due north, but it's kind of like northwest. All right, so the direction of the sun then is over there, which means that the direction of the sun is south, all right, east. All right, does that make sense? Actually, sorry, so it's right over there. So that would be south, east would be the direction of the sun. All right, so does that hopefully is making sense? And the shadow there, as you can see, is going north and a little bit. It's actually going a little bit to the thing. So it's a slightly north, we'll say slightly northwest, but not mostly north, you know, it's mostly north, okay? And so the other thing we're doing outside, and I'm gonna step on this so this doesn't blow away, is what we're gonna try to do, and hopefully we'll be able to get you to see this. We're going to try to get the sun to go through the straw so that it puts the dot of the sun on my hand. I don't know. All right, so if Mr. Kennedy gets a little closer here, he might be able to, you can see right there, there's a dot of yellow on my hand right there. And so if I hold it at that angle right there, this is going to, when it stops blowing the wind, which is kind of tough right now, it's a really windy day. But what this would do is we can watch in just a second here when the wind stops blowing. Hopefully it'll stop blowing. I'm hoping. All right. That we can hold it at this angle right here, and we can actually determine the angle of the sun right now. So right now it's at around, we're going to call that around 55 degrees. All right. So, and again, if it's a non-windy day, we'd be able to figure that out as well. So what's going to happen is your class is out here doing this right now. And I want you, while you're waiting for them to come back in, I want you to think about when your period is meeting. And I want you to think about two things. One, is the direction of the shadow for your period going to be in the same place you just saw it? Remember, I was doing this around noon. Is the direction going to be the same, or is the direction going to be different? So also, I want you to be thinking about this. Do you think that, so you're going to be doing this about a week and a half later than what I'm doing. So is the shadow length for your period, is it going to be shorter? Is it going to be the same length? Is it going to be longer? So think about that as well. So before we get back, you ponder about those two things, because when the class comes back in, you're going to get some data from the class. So we're going to go ahead and stop the video here, but you're going to try to answer those two things again. Is the shadow going to be the same direction, different direction for your period? And is the shadow, what do you think about the length? Is the shadow length going to be the same, longer, shorter? So you think about that. Come back in so you can kind of see what it really is, okay? Alrighty, have a good one. We'll see you back inside in a second. Bye.